my goodness, one of my favorite places to have you join me is in the kitchen because there's all these good smells, and inevitably people from the newsroom end up sauntering over and they say, Nessa, what you making? And they have this excited look on their face, and I just love that. It brings me so much joy. So today, it's fajita stuffed peppers, and what I wanted to do for you for the new year is bring you things that are easy, healthy, fit a good budget, and just super delicious. That way it helps you keep those New Year's goals of wanting to feel better on the inside. That's where it matters first. And then some of us on the outside want to make some changes as well. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of build this recipe backwards, okay? I got my oven set to 400. I have already cooked some bell peppers. You see them right here. They just came out, so they've got a little bit of blistering around the sides, but we want them to get cooked as well as the stuff that's gonna go in these peppers. So these are the fajita ingredients, and I've got them already done, but don't worry, we're gonna make another version together. And now I'm gonna add, instead of adding any kind of rice, for these I use farro. You use what works for you, okay? If that's what you have on hand as rice, use that. You guys, I happen to love farro. It's an Italian wheat, and it's chewy, it's got this nutty flavor. This is what it looks like, and this is how it's spelled, in case you're wondering, because some of us do with new ingredients. It's easy to cook up. It's high in fiber, it's filling, and then to this, we're gonna add one of my favorite ingredients, Alexis, Worcestershire.
Yes.
Everybody says that in a different way. How do you say it?
So, Worcestershire sauce. I love this because I use these in my stuffed peppers too.
Worcestershire sauce, it's like,
yes.
I mean, you turn over and you look at what all's in it.
Yeah.
Vinegar, molasses, salt, onions, anchovies, garlic, cloves. It doesn't need anything else.
It's like all the old school good.
Yeah.
My dad uses this for his steaks. He marinates his steaks in this.
Oh, yummy. I could drink this stuff,
I
to
mean,
be
literally.
honest. I mean,
it smells so good the moment that you put it on the skillet.
It does. It does. And I like to keep it kind of simple when it comes to weeknight meals. We've got a big family that's now 7. So we need to get the food on the table. And this is a good, easy recipe to do it. Now, Alexis, you were telling me that you have some stuff, you make stuffed peppers once a week.
Yeah, pretty much, because it's an easy to go meal for my husband and I to like pack up. So we usually use bell peppers, but I mean, any pepper works, right? And we usually do ground turkey. I also do cauliflower rice.
Ooh, okay.
And I use mushrooms as well, onion, garlic, Worcestershire sauce. And you know, we just kind of season our meat as we please. And it's always so filling. I like cheese layers in mine. My husband doesn't like cheese that much. I know, he's so weird.
What?
So, I know, so I just take all his cheese.
You get that man in this kitchen and we'll have a chat.
Right? That's what I'm saying. But for his, I just don't put any cheese on there, and it's a hit every time. Even my mother-in-law likes it, or my mother-in-love, as I like to call her. And let me tell you, she is like a grade A cook, so when she likes something, I know that it's a hit. And it doesn't take that long, which is the greatest thing. It's easy to pack in lunch pails, all those things.
Well, that's true. And one of the wonderful things about this, you and I were talking about, you know, healthy eating for the new year. Swap out those bread items and replace them with veggies. And you have a great, easy, delicious, and really filling kind of dinner. So instead of any kind of carb, use the pepper. We use bell peppers as well. Part of that is because, you know, you guys know I'm a wimp when it comes to heat. I just can't take the heat. I can't do it.
And those typically seem to be on sale too. I'm all about like what's on sale.
They're sweet, they're delicious, they cook up easily, and like one serve, we're gonna throw these back in the oven in case you're wondering where in the world I'm going with them. And then, okay, I'm gonna let those go. And then we are going to show you how they started, so you can kind of see the full thing. If you're like me, you like to see the full recipe made.
Absolutely.
And we like to bring it on All Indiana in under 5 minutes. So we're gonna attempt to do that. So this is a screaming hot pan. That's one of the keys. When you add in those onions, you want, listen to this, you want a really hot pan, yes. And then we added in some mushrooms. So I tend to do that whenever I use beef because it increases the portion for pennies. When you've got a lot of mouths you're wanting to feed, that's kind of a good idea to do. It also increases the umami flavor, which is that savory flavor. And then sliced ribeye steak is what I've got going on here.
I love this.
All right, there comes my towel. I don't want to put that in there. Just more fiber.
Oh, yes.
As I tell the kids, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit,
right?
So we saute that around for about 7 to 9 minutes. Okay. Is what I did when you guys saw pan B that we already used. But you want it so hot that way the protein and everything has a chance to sear. Now, if I was making this at home and when I did it before, just so you know, I didn't add in the beef at this point. I did, because the onions are gonna take a lot longer. And you want your beef to be just barely done. That way it doesn't get too chewy or overcooked.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna give that cheese a little more, 1 more second to melt. And that's it. Isn't that easy?
That's so easy.
And if you wanted to leave the faro behind and just add in more veggies, you could slice up peppers and put them in there as well instead of the pepper being on the outside.
And I'm sure you can do the same thing with chicken too, yes?
So, yeah, chicken, even fish, even though that might be a new one for some people, but you could also do ground beef or ground turkey like you guys do, ground chicken, whatever. Here you go. It could have used another second to melt, but you've got delicious fajita stuffed peppers ready for your weekend. If you're like us, we're going to be glued to the Colts game Saturday afternoon, and this is what we're going to have.
These are perfect. Oh, it smells good in here. And you know what? As Texas born and bred as he is, I know Randall Newsom would love some stuffed fajita peppers.
I think he would too.
I think so. Randall, we'll try to save you one.
Yes, I would.
Maybe.
Don't forget me.
Yeah, don't forget. Hey, guys, we want those stuffed peppers, but we got some more to talk